Hey YouTube, you already know who it is. It's the one and only Damien Moody. I also go by Cashmere Majesty. Sometimes I go by Red Riding Hood. And in today's live stream, I will just be reading some stories that were made with the help of ChatGPT. Y'all already know I've been using ChatGPT to help me come up with different stories that I've been working on. Um, yeah, come up with stories that I've been working on, and yeah. So I asked them to. So all right, I'm gonna just screen share so y'all can see it. So as y'all can see, I told them to write a storyline, dialogue, and monologue about a 19-year-old black woman who is a recurring victim of a teenage domestic violence relationship and trying to seek justice and have her abusive boyfriend, who is way older than her, arrested. She seeks help from a Cuban Jamaican transgender who also suffered domestic violence, and she later finds out that the trans woman is her abusive ex secret lover. So they said here's a powerful storyline with dialogue and the monologue to match the intense themes you described. Domestic violence, justice, betrayal, and healing. It has a drama thriller tone similar to Precious Meets for Color Girls with a layered twist. So this story is called Wounds That Speak. The main characters is Jazara Miles, also known as Zara. She's 19 years old. She's a black woman trying to heal from an abusive relationship she entered at 16 with a much older man. Then you have Rosario. She's 29, and she is a Cuban Jamaican transgender woman, a survivor of domestic abuse, now an activist and counselor for young women. Then I don't know why they had to use my name, but then you have the ex boyfriend whose name is Damien. He's 34. He's Jazara's ex boyfriend, charming but manipulative and violent behind closed doors. The storyline: after barely escaping a life-threatening attack by her ex-boyfriend Damien, 19-year-old Jazara Miles checks into a community women's center for abuse survivors. Emotionally and physically scarred, she's determined to press charges and make sure Damien never hurts anyone again. At the center, she meets Soleil Rosario, a magnetic and nurturing Cuban Jamaican transgender woman who runs a healing circle for young survivors. Soleil becomes a mentor to Jazaria, helping her navigate court filings, therapy, and a trauma being gaslit for years. They bond quickly over shared pain and resilience. But one night, Jazara finds an old photo in Soleil's apartment, a younger Soleil pre-transition in an intimate pose with Damien. It shatters everything. Damien wasn't just abusive to Jazara, he was once Soleil's, I mean, Jazara, sorry. He was once Soleil's secret lover, and maybe he still is. As Jazaria grapples with this betrayal, she must decide, will she walk away from the one person who's been helping her heal, or confront both the man who hurt her and the woman who shares the same whim. Now we have a scene confrontation in Soleil's apartment. This is Soleil's apartment. It is night. Jazara stands frozen, holding a photo. Soleil walks in with tea, stops cold. Jazara says with her voice shaking, "Is this you with him?" Soleil swallows hard. She sits tea down. Zara, let me explain. Zara, you knew who he was and what he did to me, and you still let me cry to you like he was a stranger. Soleil, I didn't know what. Excuse me, I didn't know it was the same Damien until you said his last name. By then, we were already deep in this. I didn't want to hurt you. Jazara, you didn't want to hurt me. You were lying every time you held my hand and said, I get it. You were sleeping with that monster. He was my first love, Zara, before our transition, before I knew who I was. He was charming, sweet, and the and when the beating started, I thought it was my fault. I was only 17. So what? We're trauma twins now. That's supposed to make me feel better? No, it makes us both survivors, and that means something. We're not alone in this. I was alone. Every time I screamed and nobody came, every time I lied to my mom, said I tripped, said it was makeup, I gave my soul to that man and he crushed it. You knew what he is capable of. You knew. And I'm still standing here telling you I want to help you destroy him for both of us. Now you have a monologue, and this is the courtroom in day. Jazara takes a stand, voice trembling but strong. Damien stares at her coldly. Soleil sits in the gallery, quietly crying. My name is Jazara Miles, and I'm not here today as a victim. I am here as a survivor. When I met Damien, I was just 16. He was 31. I thought he saw me, heard me, loved me, but what he really saw was a girl he could control. He would hit me and then cry. He would hit me and then buy me roses. I learned to smile with broken ribs and bruised ribs. I learned silence because I thought no one would believe me. And for 3 years, I stayed silent, but not anymore. What he did to me, what he did to Soleil, and probably others, it has to end. I'm not asking for revenge. I'm demanding justice because girls like me, we grew up to be women who burn silently, and today I refuse to burn. Now you have an ending scene. Um, Day at the beach, sunset. Zara and Soleil sit side by side in silence, watching the water. Damien has been arrested. Soleil hands her a seashell. You know, in Yoruba, the ocean is sacred. It holds all secrets, but it cleanses too. Then maybe it can take this pain from me. It can, bit by bit. We survive. Me, Hermana, um, until survival feels like living. So they asked what I like to turn into a short film script or build more scenes for a feature length film. So I just wanted to see it. I mean, what it would look like as a movie. So I said I would want Chloe Bailey playing Jazara and Amaya Scott playing Soleil. So I guess they're gonna give me 5 to 10 pages. Alright, so this is a short film script. It is starring Chloe Bailey as Jazara, Amaya Scott, Soleil Rosario. Fade in, Community Women's Center, Group Therapy Room. It is day, soft light filters through the window. The circle of folding chairs. Jazara, 19, eye distant but feared, sits across from Soleil explaining out who holds the room with grace and silent pain. Sometimes the body heals faster than the soul. You ever felt like your skin stopped bleeding, but inside you still screaming? Jazara doesn't speak, just nods. A tear falls, but she doesn't wipe it. Now they in the bathroom. It's night. Jazara stares in the mirror, purple marks on her collarbone. She applies concealer, but her eyes stay red. Her hands tremble. She whispers, "You're not going back. You're not going back." Soleil's apartment later that night. Jazz music hums in the background. Jazara, now comfortable around Soleil, flips through a box of old photos on a coffee table. She pauses. A photo of a younger Soleil pre-transition and kissing a man. Her smile fades. She flips the photo over, written DNS forever. Zara's stiff. Who's D? Soleil stops pouring tea. Her face falls. Soleil Damien. Zara turns slowly. Damien as in my Damien? Soleil, it was years ago before I transitioned, before I knew myself. He hurt me too, Zara. Hallway moments later, Zara turns out. Soleil follows, snarling. All this time you sat across from me, hearing me relive every punch, every choke, and you knew? I didn't know until it's too late. And when I did, I was scared I'd lose you. Scared you think I was part of it. You are part of it. Courtroom day, Zara in a blazer, strong. Soleil sits behind her, holding a tissue. My name is Zara Miles, and I'm 19 years old. I'm here to say that I was preyed on by a man nearly twice my age. He manipulated me, beat me, silenced me, but no more. I will speak every well, every night. I pray not to wake up, because silence protects him. But my voice will destroy him. Jazara and Soleil sit quietly, both healing. The sound of waves. The ocean don't judge; it just listens. It took my secrets years ago. It'll take yours too. If only we throw them in together, they stand and just Ara clutches the photo together. They toss it into the waves. Text on screen: one in three women experience intimate partner violence. Survivors deserve justice. Survivors deserve to be heard. All right, y'all. Now let me show y'all something else that can happen with Chat GPT when it comes to this story. All right, so I'm gonna do this. All right, y'all. So I decided to do it a little differently. So this is still Wounds That Speak. It's a 30-minute short film. It's a genre. All right, you already know all that. So this is courthouse early morning. The city is quiet. Heavy gray skies loom. Walks up the courthouse steps. Her face is calm, but inside she's a war zone. Courthouse waiting room. Moments later, Soleil adjusts her jacket in the mirror. Lipstick perfect, poised but shaken. She sees Jazar walk in. They share a silent look. Old pain, new fire. Flashback sequence. Jazar's memories. Voiceover. Bathroom night 3 years ago. Jazar 16. Eyes wide. Damien slams her against the mirror. Blood trickles from her leg. You think you better me now, huh? You think you can tell me no? Bedroom, I mean, right night. Zara opens a folded SC test result, positive for chlamydia. Her hands shake. Damien walks in. Jazar voiceover. I found a paper in his jacket. It was fresh. It said positive. That night he asked me to sleep with him. I said no. INT kitchen, same night. He backhands her hard. She falls. He kicks her wrist repeatedly. Her scream gets trapped in her throat. Courtroom day, Zara sits on the witness stand, tears streak her face. Her voice wavers, but she speaks. The courtroom is silent. He hit me because I didn't sleep with him. He cheated on me, got disease, and when I said no, he beat me like I was his enemy. I was 16. Gas in the room, her eyes find Soleil, who nods. He dragged me by my hair, slammed me into the bathtub. I woke up the next morning on the floor, bleeding. He made me apologize for being difficult. I had to tell my mom I fell off my bike. Her lip trembled, be the silence. That wasn't love. That was prison. That was hell. And he smiled through it, took pictures of us like we were perfect, but I was dying every single day. Courtroom later, Soleil takes a stand, confident but vulnerable. The courtroom watches, wide eyed. I met Damien when I was 17. Before I transitioned, I was just a boy trying to figure out who I was, and he saw that. He saw confusion and turned it into control. Defense lawyer, you're saying you had a sexual relationship? No. I'm saying I was groomed. I was used. He would get drunk, call me names. One night he beat me so bad my jaw wired shut for 6 weeks. Flashback, Soul's memory, basement night. Young Soul in oversized clothes cries silently. Damien pours liquor down her throat, then punches her in the face. Her nose breaks. Blood splashes on the wall. He said if I told anyone, no one would believe a faggot. So I kept quiet, and I hate myself for it. Courtroom present. When I saw Jazara's bruises, I knew myself. I saw myself in her. I should have spoken up years ago, but I'm speaking now. She locks eyes with Damien. He shits uncomfortably. For the first time, he looks afraid. I'm a transgender woman. I'm not ashamed. I survived the fists, the slurs, the silence, and I'm standing here with my head high to say, you don't get to win. Courtroom verdict. The judge reads the verdict. Damien looks hollow. His, his smug mask is gone. On all counts, we find the defendant guilty. Jazara and Sully exhale. Quiet tears. Jazar grabs Sully's hand. This is healing. Courthouse evening. Mia flashes. Jazar speaks to the camera. There are so many girls like me, and like Soleil, we think silence protects us, but silence protects them, the monsters, the predators. I'm not hot anymore. I'm healing. Wow. Final scene, oceanfront night. Soleil and Jazar stand on the edge of the water, like each holding a stone. This is for every time we didn't scream. This is for every time we thought it was love. They toss the stones. The water swallows them whole. I'll be back, y'all.